this is the bottom car park at Tide Mills. I've never had any problems getting any space here. Just as you come in, you'll see it shortly. That's good for like, dropping off your dog's poo bags. But yeah, the car park is completely free. So this is a really good day out to do if you're looking for like a cheap sort of day out, which you come to right off the main road. I will actually pop a little Google map location in because I always find this place is so hidden from the road that you could easily miss it. Obviously, if you live in Seaford or Newhaven, you'll be really familiar with this area. If you're not, it's kind of hidden. So you walk from the car park and it's all paved, which is great. So today I am treating myself to the pram because when I go out with the dog, it's I have Raina in the sling, but yeah, it is a nice treat for my back to just have her in the pram and push her along. And this is paved most of the way, and this will actually head all the way up to the beach, but it is full of pebbles, so just bear that in mind. You might actually prefer to like just bring your baby carrier for that last bit, but I'm just gonna deal with the bump today so that I can have my pram. But this is a really nice walk, and you've got like kind of countryside vibes on the way up to the beach, and then yeah, finish on the beach. And there's like a few places you could go for lunch or coffee, or like I say, if you were like trying to keep budget low, you could actually just bring yourself a little picnic. Give me your Hiya. Morning. So if you couldn't find any parking in that first car park at the bottom, you can drive up this road. It's quite narrow, but there are passing places as you come up. And there's a car park at the top here just by the train track, which I will show you. Yeah, so just bear that in mind when you're coming up here with the pram and the dogs, that there could potentially be cars coming up and down here. I mean, obviously they should be going very slow, and I've never had any issues to pull into the side on your walk up here, just if someone is using this top car park. And I think like this is quite a popular place for people who do like paddleboarding and things and other water sports. And then it's just like less distance for them to walk with all their gear. I just tend to stay at the bottom one. Yeah, there is more spaces up here if you need them. So yeah, you can see as you're coming up here to the rail track, there is further parking. And again, it's all free parking, which is really good to be that close to the beach. And you've got all this free parking. And you get to see Tide Mills itself, which is really interesting. Like this whole, it's not a bad old village, really. And, it's just been left to be like kind of wild. But there is some information on it around if you're interested in that kind of things. And the dogs like it as well because there's lots of good sniffs and wildlife, I guess, that roam around there. So they enjoy it. But yeah, just bear in mind here you will have to cross the rail track. So I'll show you that. So, sorry, a bit bumpy here. Yeah, so you can just see it's your typical pedestrian rail crossing. You've got your traffic light system, so it's pretty straightforward. But yeah, this is in use like all the time, so definitely be careful and put your dogs on the lead. I'll let you go past. No, you're fine. Or just yeah. Honestly, please don't worry. Thank you. So sorry, Benny. I'm sorry. Right. Keep going. Thank you very much. Right, boys, do you want? Oh, there we go. Okay, so now we are on the other side of the trail track. You will immediately see like information about Tide Mills. So yeah, the forgotten village of Tide Mills. The village itself is actually from like the 1800s and had a working mill and yeah, loads of a full village of people living and working here. And it sounds like it was kind of a thriving area, but there's tons of boards as you walk up this way that show you what the old buildings were and what they were used for and things. But it's really cool, and it's like good that it's all sort of wild up here. I will take you off the path a little bit and just show you some of the ruins. So like here's one coming up on our left here, and you can like take a walk in and have an explore. It's pretty, which is kind of cool these days that you can do that and imagine what was there, I suppose. Yeah, you can see there, that's one of the walls, and then over the other side. But the information boards are really good and like explain it to you in more detail. And for anyone using the pram, you can see it's like paved the whole way. It's good. Like, yeah, if you're wanting a day without the baby carrier, this is quite a good walk to do. Um, and yeah, on my left here, you'll see loads more of ruins. Like, it's massive. I'm not sure if the camera really does it justice, but yeah, it's really quite extensive. And you do see people going off the path here and having a look around, so you can do that if you want to. So yeah, some of these boards are like really detailed and actually tell you about some of the families that. So on this board, you've got like floor plans of the buildings and loads of information about the actual families and their names, a bit about them and the people that actually lived there. So super interesting and amazing how much information they actually have on the area and the people that used to live here. So you can see here as well, there's loads of different footpaths on this side here. So there's tons of different walks you can do around here. But that's what this area is kind of like anyway, you know, around sort of Seaford and Newhaven, Eastbourne, it's all like just national parks and stuff. So it's quite amazing. All the beautiful walks you can do. So yeah, like this ruin here is actually a coal yard and stables. And it's just amazing to think all of that was here and it's gone, you know. They've even got little QR codes that you can scan on your phone and you can hear more information about the people. So it's really well done. Like, although it has been like left to, I suppose, like be wild, which is good for like, you know, the wildlife and stuff, there is still that, you know, preservation of the history and the stories. You can look at it all. And this one here is really good because it's the timeline of tide mills. The history on this timeline starts from 1795 and goes right the way up to 1940. And yeah, it was the war that sort of brought an end to the village of Tide Mills. Good boy, Benny. So this bit here, I always get my little dog on the lead because you cross a bit of like a riverbed kind of thing here. Good boy. And it's mud, it's sludge. So he really wants to go in there. So I always just get him on his lead for this section here. So you'll see in a second, yeah, it's like a little bridge there. So if you have a dog like mine who will want to run through the sludge, then get him on the lead at this point because yeah, it's pretty grim. But we're really near the sea now, so you'll see just at the top of this road, there's still actually loads of ruins along Seaford Beach along this end that you can see that are part of Tide Mills. It's kind of cool. Big owners at the top of this path. There is bins so you can drop off your pay bags, which I'm going to do now. Look that big on the screen, but when you're actually here, it's like quite cool to see. It looks massive. The ferry just coming in, so you're right by the New Haven port on the right, and then Seaford, sorry, on your left. But yeah, I mean, it's pretty amazing seeing the ferry come in, I think, as well. And yeah, that ferry, I tell you, it works really hard. It's back and forth all day. So I've never actually done it. I'll need to do that on a vlog. You know, go over because you can actually go over as a foot passenger. So you could even go over for a night or even a day, I suppose, if you wanted to like extreme day trip it. But I think they even have one that goes overnight, so you could do that and then get like the last one back the following evening. That'd be quite cool to do. And you can take dogs with you. You just have to put Benny a little pet passport. But yeah, so now that you're on the beach, you'll see obviously it's bumpy now. And that is just with the pebbles that have come off the beach. So I might actually move off this handle. Hang on. You know that we're on the beach, there's still some Tide Mills ruins here. And again, there's information on all of the ruins as you walk along. If you want such strong and read it and have a bit of a mooch. But I suppose as well, once your kids are once Rayna's a bit older, she'll probably enjoy like exploring all of this and running around all the ruins. I guess. Just don't know actually if that's something you would. If it's a safe thing to do, I don't know. I'm still figuring it all out. So, Rayna just being a baby, I guess I'll figure out what toddler life is like and what they can and can't do, and what isn't a good idea. But yeah, you'll see there. Like that's really interesting. I'm not even sure what that is, but um, yeah, just ruins all the way along. So there's one, I guess, as you enter Tide Mills area from the Seaford end. Yeah, so this tells you a bit about the mill that they had here, and that was the main place that people worked. And yeah, it looks enormous, and they've got really good pictures and things on this board and explain it all and point out which ruins are which. Okay, so I did actually bring Rayna's sling with me as well, just in case I needed it, and I have abandoned the pram because it is actually really hard if there's lots of pebbles on this path. So I don't know, it's up to you. Unless you've got one of those like all-terrain prams, and I could have done it, but I was starting to hurt my arms a bit. So I thought, do you know what? I'm just going to abandon the pram. There's nothing in it, and put her in the sling and just finish this last little bit of the walk, and then I'm going back the same way anyway, so I can go get the pram. So just bear that in mind if you are doing this walk. I did say earlier you could bring the pram, but as soon as you get to the beach, it is tricky. I absolutely love Seaford Beach. So nice. Always never that busy and like super peaceful and such a nice beach to come to. So that's the caravan park then. And as you come along, we'll show you. It's really quirky, the little coffee caravan place. I'll maybe go up to the other place first, just because I think I'll probably get a takeaway coffee from the caravan, I think, today. Seems like there's something going on down here. There's loads of people. I don't know if it's a swim or. Well, there's a lot of windsurfers out, so maybe there's like some kind of windsurfing event. Yeah, it's like bright pink and colourful. They do like ice creams and stuff as well, and there's a couple of picnic benches outside. It's lovely. You will also see down there, you can kind of see that there's a pizza van down there that runs in the summer. It's like La Squadra del Pizza, and that just runs on the weekends and something. But it is so nice. So you can like get pizza from there and just sit down on the beach. It's lovely. But yeah, that guy's pizza is it. It's a sailing club. Okay, so apologies. Getting my clubs mixed up, but it's really nice in summer sitting here. So you'll see benches, picnic tables there, and then they have like patio kind of veranda thing here as well. So go around back. One for the till so I can order them. Maybe like pick a time to clean. It's so good. So I've just realised what's going on up there. It is park run. I thought it was Saturday, so yes, almost finished out here. I've got my coffee and I'm walking back to my pram. I'll show you where it is. It's like abandoned quite far along the path. I don't know if you can even see it in the distance. But yeah, I'm walking back to it now. It's been a lovely morning. It's like, it's been so hot here. But it has this morning. I mean, it's quite early, but I've come out and it's a bit cooler. There's a breeze. So much better for the dogs because the poor dogs have only been taken on like short walks, like very early in the morning or just before Raina's bedtime, so it's quite nice to get them out, stretch their legs a bit properly. And actually, yeah, you probably wondered who that extra dog is, but that is Benny's friend Milo, and he always comes to us in August when his family goes on holiday. But he's a good boy. That is me back in the pram. I mean, I was lying back in the pram, to the last push through the tables, and we'll be back on the smooth. So on your way back, you're headed towards Newhaven, and it's pretty cool looking out at Newhaven as well. You've got the cliff, you've got the ferry port, and the town of Newhaven itself. And then there's all this grassy area as well for dogs to run around in, which Benny normally goes for, but I think he's got Milo to play with today, so he's kind of happy on the path. We are heading back down towards the car park, so you'll see like some of the roads from another angle, I suppose. So yeah, on your left there you'll see I think that was the stables actually, if I remember correctly. I'm sure some local people can, yeah, I don't know like tons about Tide Mills. Like I say, I've just come down here with the dog and read some of the signs, but if there's any local people that do actually like know quite a bit about it, like definitely put anything you know in the comments, just in case anyone is, you know, really interested in learning a bit about it. And yeah, it's a really cool place, but great to bring your dogs down here for sure. There's loads of places for them to run around and explore, but maybe don't do what I did and bring your sling, I think, your baby carrier, or do what I did, and if you're like comfortable, do some of the pram or buggy, whatever you've got, and just abandon it when you've had enough. Like, I'm pretty comfortable abandoning these days. I've just been up at Edinburgh Fringe, for those of you who are familiar with that, and had to like leave my pram outside the venues, because obviously with the kids shows and stuff, there's just there'd be too many prams inside. If anyone is interested in that, you can check out, I've got like 3 vlogs about Edinburgh Fringe. I don't know if anyone holidays up there for the Fringe Festival or performers who perform there. But definitely if you're taking your kids up there, it's good to have a bit of guidance because there's just so much going on. But yeah, so you're looking up now. Is that town there of houses you can see in the background? Is that Denton? I don't know. Again, maybe someone can put in the comments what town that is I'm looking at, or is that still part of Seaford or Newhaven? I don't know. But yeah, those houses must have a great view actually, looking down onto the sea. It's pretty unobstructed view because they're like up on the hill, so that must be, yeah, pretty nice. So yeah, we're just heading down towards the crossing again now. So that is us finished up our walk at Tide Mills. We've had a lovely time, weather's been great, and a really great day out if you fancy doing something on a bit of a budget. Free parking, you could bring your own picnic, you end up on the beach, and a great place to walk the dog. If you like today's video and like sort of walking videos, I have loads on my channel, especially around like the sort of Seven Sisters National Park. So if you are interested in that, there are like longer walks, more extensive walks on there. And especially if you're a new parent like myself and you're like, can I still do these things with my baby, you can see what is sort of manageable for you if you sort of watch those videos and see what you think. Please like and subscribe. I'd love to keep making these videos. I hope you enjoyed watching, and thanks for watching Raising Raina. Bye.